This is Doleo, an original thriller fiction podcast presented in serialized format, a chapter at a time. Written by Jared Cantin, narrated by Joshua Cantin, a Steadychaos production, 2019.
Hey everyone, this is Jared Cantin, the author of Doleo, making my first in-voice appearance on the podcast. Doleo Fiction Podcast is now 10 episodes deep. Thank you for stumbling into the world of vigilantism with Ryder. While I highly recommend that you spend 2 hours catching up on previous episodes, I understand that your time is valuable. So if you'd like to catch up fast, or just refresh your memory on how we've gotten here, this is the summary episode for you. Also, if you'd like to engage with the creative team, aka my strange younger brother and I, please join our Facebook page, facebook.com/Doleo podcast. We'd appreciate your feedback, thoughts, criticism, or suggestions for how we can make Doleo even better. As always, please subscribe to Doleo Fiction Podcast and give us a rating on Apple Podcasts. It helps make our little mom and pop Doleo shop look like a big deal. Without further ado, and with this one huge spoiler alert, here is a summary of Doleo's first 10 episodes. The story starts with a toddler-age Ryder Daniels engaging in a mysterious occurrence of self-mutilation in front of his adoptive mother. While providing life-saving medical assistance, Dr. Anderson draws shocking, life-altering medical conclusions about Ryder. Ryder suffers from congenital insensitivity to pain with anadrosis, or CIPA, a genetic condition that renders the body incapable of sensing pain and temperature. The impact of this disease on his life is significant, potentially dire, and his adoptive parents decided simply too much to handle. In a fortuitous twist of fate, Gary Daniels walks into the very same hospital as Ryder at the very same time for his own tragic reasons. This encounter sets up a special relationship between a man seeking to fulfill the wishes of his dying wife and a boy seeking love and stability. We fast forward to Ryder's elementary years. Surprisingly, despite his condition, Ryder is flourishing. That said, certain quirks about his condition and the manner in which he deals with it make him a magnet for school bullies. After a relentless series of encounters with school bully Brett, Gary Daniels decides it's time to teach Ryder to defend himself. Enter Grubbs, a disabled Purple Heart Vietnam veteran. It's his job to ready Ryder for a world cruel to and difficult for the disabled. Grubbs trains Ryder, and when the time comes for Ryder to leverage this training, the results are tragic. Ryder's skills help him deter Brett's latest round of aggressions, but only temporarily, as Brett spirals into a rage-driven school shooting that results in Gary Daniels' paralysis. The next chapter provides a glimpse of Ryder's adult life as he navigates the legal system within the Boston City Prosecutor's Office. We're introduced to Grant, the abrasive, loudmouth prosecutor that heavily leverages Ryder's contributions as a trained victims advocate. We meet a brave young woman preparing to testify against her attacker and get the opportunity to see Ryder's skills in action as he comforts, prepares, and emboldens her to take on the impossible challenge of testifying. Following Ryder's workday, we get a glimpse of his innate heroic nature. A car accident puts a child in peril. In a situation where Ryder's genetic condition makes him the best chance at a rescue, he jumps into the fight, sacrificing his body and safety for others. The day from hell continues when Ryder arrives at his condo lobby to find a domestic violence-driven attack underway. Ryder pursues the perpetrator into the streets and directly contributes to his death. With his career, freedom, and life on the line, Ryder confronts the authorities and pins the blame on a masked vigilante. With that story, the seeds are sown, and Ryder's metamorphosis into the vigilante Doleo continues, now closer than ever before.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed Doleo, please come back for future episodes arriving at regular intervals, and subscribe and rate us on your favorite podcast application. If you enjoyed this production, please visit the Steadychaos Productions YouTube page and subscribe for more content from our production team.